y'all, right now we are back with the top 5 stocks, right, in my GoGetter portfolio. This is what I call the GoGetter portfolio, right? So what a portfolio is basically is when you have a group of stocks that you invest in. When somebody asks, okay, what does your stock portfolio look like? That is, what stocks do you have? What assets do you have? What stocks do you have? Some people may have, stocks invest into different businesses, and they invest in the bonds. So there's different assets, right? Anything that you put your money towards and you invest into and it gives you a return is called an asset. So there's different assets in these. So this is the GoGetter portfolio. This is my portfolio that I suggest people start off with, right? You only need to focus on a few stocks, but these are the stocks that I love. You don't need to have 15, 20 stocks. Just have a good 5 to 10. Sometimes just 5 is all right? But if you want to start and you need a direction of where to get to, you don't have to necessarily even follow these stocks, but it's just more so the sector as to why I like this portfolio. The sector matters, and we're going to break that down right now. Top 5 stocks in my GoGetter portfolio. The first stock is Apple, right? Apple, Amazon, Eli Lilly, JP Morgan, Nvidia. These are not in order. These are just the stocks in general. So why do I love these top 5? Why are these my top 5 stocks? So these are great. These are 5 great companies to start with because they are top companies, but also diversify your portfolio because they're in different sectors. Apple is in the tech sector. Amazon is in the consumer discretionary sector. JP Morgan is in the JP Morgan is Chase Bank, so that is the banking sector. Eli Lilly is in the healthcare pharmaceutical sector. They specialize in making the Alzheimer's drug and obesity drug. America is the only place where they will sell you the poison, which is the bad food. McDonald's, Wendy's, all type of ice cream and all the things that they put in our stuff at the grocery store, the high corn fructose syrup, all that sugar and stuff. They'll sell you that stuff, but then also give you the pill to make you lose weight from consuming so much of that trashy stuff. But then it becomes a cycle because people will always look for a way out and not an actual way to improve their health, which is getting down and dirty or getting down and actually doing the hard part, which is working out and putting your body through that stress and making yourself uncomfortable, right? Then we have Nvidia, right? This company is the company that holds all the other companies together because of the new artificial intelligence, right? If you don't incorporate artificial intelligence as a top company, you will be left behind. And Nvidia is the company that creates the chips to power the AI the best. Nvidia also has been the creator of the new GPUs and CPUs, which stands for graphic computer units or graphic processing units for GPU, and then central processing units for CPU. And that makes the gaming experience and the graphics so realistic nowadays. So everybody that gaming and gaming on the computer, gaming on the new chips and the new consoles and stuff, Nvidia is the reason why these graphics look so great and realistic, right? So they have that. The consumer discretionary sector. Now we're going to talk about the sectors. Tech sector is all the technological tech stocks, tech companies. Apple, Amazon could also kind of be a tech sector. Tesla is a tech sector of a tech company. Nvidia is a tech company. So the tech companies, they really rule the stock market right now. So they make up a majority of the profits that are going into the stock market right now, and that's why they're so important. So I'm in 2 tech companies, and then you'll have 2 tech companies in your portfolio. So always keep a tech company up in there because that's what's hot. Amazon is a consumer discretionary. Amazon has been somebody who has disrupted our whole economy, right? So Amazon, everybody's continuously buying Amazon. I shop on Amazon. You shop on Amazon. Your mother shops on Amazon. You always see the Amazon everything going around. So as long as the economy is doing well, people are gonna shop on Amazon for their needs and essentials, but also just for their wants. Like consumer discretionary is where people shop for their wants, right? So that's like the miscellaneous money. JP Morgan, Chase Bank. So banks, they make money off of us, right? And on top of that, like I mentioned before, you're less likely to get a return on your money, whether it's going to be a very minimal return or no return at all, more than likely, if you keep your money in the bank, right? So The banks, they only give you a less than 1% return on your money if you keep it in a checking and savings account. But if you keep it in a high yield savings account, the most you'll make is like 5%. JP Morgan, Chase Bank, they're up like 70% on the year, right? So that's way better, and that's very facts. Look it up. You get into the bank sector because as long as the economy is doing well, they're gonna make money. People are gonna take loans out, right? The banks make money, so you make money with them, and then you're keeping your money into banks. So why not? If you trust your money, if you trust your bank, why not make money with the bank? So Eli Lilly, right? They're in the pharmaceutical sector, right? And also you gotta diversify your portfolio. We're hitting all angles here, right? You see, now we're in the healthcare sector. Right, we're in the pharmaceutical and healthcare sector. Right, we're looking long term and longevity here. Chase Bank has been the bank that's been around for a long time and will stay around for a long time. Amazon, a company that will be around for a long time. Right, Apple, a company that's already been for a long time and will stay around for a long time. Right, Eli Lilly, they're a company that will be around for a long time and stay around for a long time because they are a part of this cycle in America. People's health in America are so bad, so they're gonna go to Eli Lilly, get these drugs and get this medication, and they develop this medication. There's no medication without them, right? And they're the best pharmaceutical company. Nvidia, right? There's no tech companies essentially without them, right? There's other companies out there, but if one company is using the number one and then the other company is using the number two, right? That company that's using the number two will end up being number two because they're using the product that's not as good as the number one product. You don't always need to invest the full amount to make money, right? When the company makes money, just because you don't have a full share doesn't mean you're not gonna make money, right? So if the full share is $200, but you only have 10 or 20, it doesn't mean that your 10 or 20 is not gonna work for you while you sleep, right? So how to invest through fractional shares? Even though some of these stocks might seem pretty high, many platforms offer fractional shares, meaning you can invest any amount you're comfortable with. So you don't need thousands of dollars to start building your GoGetter portfolio with top companies like Apple, Amazon, or Nvidia. The key is to just get started, even if it's a small amount, right? So Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Eli Lilly, JP Morgan. Apple is at $220 and Amazon is at $195. It just hit $200 today, actually. So if you would have invested yesterday, when I made this video at $195, you would have made $7, whatever percentage that is on your money, just overnight. Because now today it's at $205. That's $10. Nvidia is at $136 yesterday. Now today it's at $145. Eli Lilly was at $806. I never got to see what it is today. We can check today what it is. It was at $806. Now it's at $776. It actually dropped. But Eli Lilly is a great company, so when it drops, this will be a good time to buy, depending on what price it's at. So when great companies drop in pricing, that's a good time to buy because that's when the company is on sale. They hit 247. JP Morgan shot up to 247. That's insane. So they just changed $25. They just went 11% overnight. That's the power of the companies. Why stick with these companies long term? Because right here are the examples. You see the most money when you hold the long term. You're not just looking for a quick fix. That's not how you actually build wealth. You build wealth by actually putting your money here and growing and being consistent and disciplined and holding it down long term. 1 year in Apple, up 25%. 5 years in Apple, up 258%, right? 1 year in Amazon, you're up 47%, but 5 years in Amazon, you're up 128%, right? 1 year into Eli Lilly, you're up 34%, but 5 years, you're up 573%, right? 1 year into JP Morgan, you're in 70%. JP Morgan is Chase, like I was just talking about, you're up 70% in 1 year. For 5 years, you're up 94%, right? And Nvidia, right? You're up 1 year and at 217%. 5 years at 2,782%. That's how much you're increasing your money if you're holding for the long term. That's why it's important, because no matter what, whether you're trading, whether you're going to work, whether you're having a business, whatever it is, your money is growing and working for you when you're just doing it on autopilot because you're investing in the top companies and you're making money as they make money, but you have to hold it long term. These numbers speak for itself. This displays the importance of how wealth is created long term. All you have to do is let your money work for you. A year to a few years and you will see substantial results. Your money grows faster as the money grows itself. This is due to something called compound growth, right? So what is compound growth? You ever heard me talk about the compound effect or compound growth? I'm sure you heard that term before, but let me give you an example and break it down. Imagine if you start investing $100 a month with an average return of 10% a year. At first, it might not seem like much, but after that first year, you've only made $60 in growth after the first year at 10% at $100, right? But here's the catch: that extra $60 that you just made is going to be made on top of that. Is going to be also earned income on top of whatever else is already there, right? So it's now going to work for you too. You just now earn extra profit, and now that extra profit is going to work for you on top of what you already did, right? So by year 5, that $100 monthly investment will grow to almost $8,000, not because you invested almost that much, but because your earnings are earning too. So as your account balance grows, the returns get bigger each year. By year 10, that balance could hit close to $20,000, even though you only invested $12,000, because your profits are profiting on top of each other.